Alright guys, we're going to do some level 4 coloring today. You're going to be working in page number 3 in your art journal. For this one, you're going to be working with that style of coloring that goes from dark to light. Okay? If you remember our chart, we had that chart where we had the different levels. Level 4 is going to be a little bit more difficult, but it looks really awesome if done right. Let's get started. For this first one here, this is going to be, the medium is pencil. That's the material you're going to use. And then the other three, we're just going to be using crayons for those. And it has the color up above what that is. And at the bottom here, I'll show you what we're going to do here with that one. So for the first one, we're just going to take a pencil, and it says dark all the way to light. So we're going to stay dark up here, and it's going to get lighter. So what I want you to do is you're going to darken up at the top. And there's different ways to do this. You wouldn't want to hold it up straight up and down. I like to have it a little bit off to the side and hold it a little bit further down when I'm shading. And what you're going to do is just go from the darkest you can get. Okay, so sometimes I like to just, especially when you're going dark, just get in here and go different angles. It doesn't really matter at first here which angle you're going at, but you just want to kind of go back and forth until you get it the darkest it can. And you're going to notice that it looks very shiny almost when you put it down really thick. So it's dark all the way here. Okay? So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try to get it lighter until it fades out into nothing down here. So what I do is I just kind of go back and forth. I do a little overlapping here. And I'm not pressing very hard. I'm just doing it back and forth a bunch of times, and I'm building up the value to a darker tone. Getting lighter as I go, back and forth, and I'm barely even pressing now. I'm just really lightly going on here. Okay, and then we have dark all the way down to light there. And that one turned out pretty good there. The next one's going to be blue. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing, but you're just going to use that with the color blue. Same thing, I'm just going to go as dark as I can on the top, and then as I come down, I'm going to lighten it up. Lighten it up a little bit. Here we go. And I always go back over it a little bit more, trying to get that in-between tone there. That's probably the hardest part, is going the in-between tone. Okay. Next one's going to be blue and green. So we're going to go from blue to green. So this is going to be a faded type of one. It's going to go from one color to the next gradually. So we start off with blue, and then I'm going to fade it. So I do about 3/4 of it blue, and you're going to do kind of a medium. I wouldn't go totally dark. You're going to do that kind of in between, and then about 3/4 is about down to here, and then overlapping it, this one's going to go 3/4 as well, and it's going to go all the way to the end. This is a great way to color backgrounds and do a lot of cool things to make things look more interesting. Next one are your warm colors. It's going to go red to orange to yellow. So we're going to go about half of it red, maybe a little less than half, maybe 1/3 of it. About right down in here. I'm just going a little bit over 1/3 because I'm going to overlap it. And I'm going that medium tone, a little bit darker maybe than a medium. And then next I'm going into orange. And then I'm overlapping into yellow.